Okay, so we'll open our code editor as well. Stream.io training purchase and April 2nd, sorry, training batches and April 2nd and React.js. So hello world, so this is our project directory cmd then code dot enter. Okay, so today we are going to be recaps the last topics which we have discussed once again. So then, because some people having some confusions in understanding some concepts and all. So to create a project with a React.js, so this is a one method. So if you want to create a one more method is called a create a project with a Vite. So as like a npm, so you have a project with a creating a project with a Vite. Okay, what is this one? So create a React project Vite. So if you just type a create a React project with a Vite. So why we need this one? We are already using a npm. Then why we are using a Vite? So Vite is a something. This is also to create a React.js application and other type of application as well. So it will create a fast. So if you want to create a React.js project, so how npx create React React app is there. Okay. So for that, what we are doing, so to create a React app, so it is taking a some amount of a time. So for that, if we want to avoid that one, so we are using the thing called the Vite. So it will create a faster application. Okay, getting started quickly for the static template for flow framework. Okay, so it is opening. Just a minute. Fine. Okay, so getting started. What is the card? So for that, vanilla JavaScript, vanilla view React. So if you just click for the React, so it is going to take for that specific folder. Okay, so you need to install npm. These are all the different types of creating a application. Okay, so if you want to create a like a project npm, you have to use this command npm create lead. 1 minute. So why it is internet slow? No. Okay. So for that, what I will do, one npm here. So I will use a copy, control V. So what is the project name? So project name something like that. Hello world is there. Sample. Okay. So let it be. First we will go for the course content here. So what is the course content? Puneet, whenever you join, you have to mute. Okay. So yeah, so these are all the topics we are going to be discussed in this one. See, some of these topics we are not going thoroughly. So just for understanding purpose, we have used it. Okay, so how to write a testing library and all. So these are all the topics. So we are going to go one by one because the last topics which you covered having some confusions or understanding, so there is some difficulties is there. The first we are going with the, so after that React, so we are using the React hooks. See, there are all the other hooks also is there. These are all the tops, even though we are using the some of the main hooks, not all. And React Redux, so this is the state management tool we are using. Okay, so now the component, okay, introduction to React.js. So why we need a React.js and everything we have discussed in the last session. So then anyhow, we are going with the one more. What is the introduction to the React? It's a component based architecture. So what is the component? Anyone? Okay. See, component is a normal a JavaScript function. Okay, component architecture, what it is going to do. So I am going to be define one component. So that component I am using at n times. So there I have created a one more project here. Let's say this is a one component is there. Let's say calculator. So I am going to be add at the n location here also, here also, here also, here also. So I have defined once. So this component defined once. I am using a n number of a times. Okay. So this is the reusable component. So this is the component we are using here, 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 here. Okay, four times means so it is going to be display the four times. So that is called a reusable component. Let's say this is a calculator component. So let's say a equals to b plus c is there. So this functionality I am using four times, but returning only one time. So that is called a reusable of the component. Okay, the next will be virtual DOM optimization. So what is a virtual DOM in the sense? As a HTML, it will create a DOM. So React itself, it is going to be create a virtual DOM. So that DOM React updates only the changed parts of the faster rendering. What does it mean? So let's say you have a React.js application. Okay. Okay. So this is only application. So you want to update at the this location. So it will update only for this location, not for three. Okay. So that is a virtual DOM. It is going to be achieved. And the next is a declarative syntax with the JSX. So declarative syntax with the JSX means so HTML like code inside the JavaScript. Okay. So how I will just show here. Here HTML code inside a JavaScript. See, we are going to be write a see H1 welcome to here it is a props is there again H1 header in where we are writing in the JavaScript. So that's why they are telling that HTML like code in the JavaScript for a UI. One way data flow. So data flow from the child parent to the child. So what is a parent? See, this is the parent and this is the child. So this is the acting as an a parent and this is the child. So this parent component it is going for here and here, here, here. So this is acting as an a child component for a here. Got it. The next is what? A rich ecosystem and a community support. So as like you have WhatsApp group, no? Same thing, developer community is there. So this is the community support also. It is there. So if any new issue will come, so this team is going to be uh, like what we can say, it is going to be give the solution or you to give the support. The next is set up the React.js project. Okay, for to setting up the React.js project, what you need? First, you need to install the Node.js. Okay, where you will get the Node.js? If you just go to the where Node.js, so you are going to be get the official side of Node.js. So you have to download the Node.js from here. So after that, you have to install the .exe file will be downloaded. You just click next to download. Sorry, install. Okay, so next. Create a new React app. So what is the command? So create a React app command is npx create React app and then navigate to the your project, then start the development server, explore your project and build and development. First we have installed the Node.js and create a React app. What is the create a React app? So npx create with latest control x. I will just go to the here in the React.js. I will go here cmd Right click, npx create with latest sample. Okay. See, it will ask if you just use a npx create react. So what is the command? Npx create react app we are using, and one more command is there, npx create with at latest. This is my file name. So it will ask what type of project you are going to build. So you have to select. See, third one. See, you have to go here like this. So react, if you just click on this react and javascript. See, it's created. If you use a npx create react app, so it will take a lot of time. So this command we have used to create a react app. So so we have installed a node.js, and we have added a, see here. So this is the npx create react app. It is going to be created React app, and navigate to your project folder. So how to navigate? So just go to the CD. What is my project? Sample. So this is called a navigation. So then I will open a code editor. I will close this one. Okay, so in here the Vite config will come. So let it be. So what is the use of this one? So it will create a file faster. So that is why we are using a Vite. Navigate to the project, it is then start the development server. So I will do npm start. Npm start. It is initiating my packages. Npm start. So is it runs? No. Why? Because so here it is, a command will be different where you have to just go to the package or system. So you have to type a npm run dev, then it will start. Npm run dev. So npm is a node package manager. Okay, it has to be run. So what is the problem? Mm, Let npm run dev. Vite is a not recursive. So for that I need to install explicitly Vite. Copy. So I want to install. I will take a one more tab. Right click, npm create Vite latest. Okay, so just I will create a one more file. Let's see. Vite latest. Vite project. React.js. JavaScript. CD. Why? What is the problem? I will just open a file. Okay, so let it be Vt is I think any my system issue is there. So we have a other another command called npx create react app sample. Control X. If I just go to the command prompt, file, open a folder, I will just open the React.js folder, close this one. So in the terminal, we are going to be create a project. So here we are in the uh, React.js project. So npx create React app sample. It is going to be create a one sample project, or else I will change the project name. What is the project name? Sample project. Okay. See, npx create React app sample project. So we are using a, so why I used wheat in the sense the wheat is taking a more time, so that's why we are using a, sorry, wheat is taking a less time, but npx create app. So see how much time it is taking. So for initiating only it is taking the time. Okay, so that is okay. So install a Node.js and create a new React app and navigate to the folder and start the development server. So that is the command npm start or a yarn start. Explore your app. So you open your browser and type http localhost 3000. Your React app is running and begin a development. Okay, so this is already we have now. So okay, so now you got to know. So earlier to create a application with the wheat, so how much time it is taken? So it is taken hardly uh, not a 10-second as well, but we are running from the almost all it is a 10-second or 1 minute it will take. So that's why. So this is the disadvantage of creating a npx create react app command. So by the wheat, which are the projects? So this is the wheat project we have created. Cmd npm start. So npm run dev. Okay. So here how we'll get to know which command need to be run. So there is a package folder is there. Right click. If you want to see here, right click, open with the Notepad plus. So in the Notepad, so you have to just go for the a script here. If you just want to start a uh, see npm run dev means it is going to be start with the wheat. Okay, so now if you want to instead of you don't want to type a npm rundown, you can just use a npm start. Control S, npm start. Okay, so wheat is having a problem. So I think we have installed, so still it is not showing. So let it be. So let it complete. See, this is the one disadvantage of creating a React.js app with the npx create React app. So other methods also there. So that methods is the wheat is a one method and yarn is a one more method. Okay, pnpm one is there. So this is also one is a runtime environment. Sorry, package manager. If I just go for the bun sh, you are going to be give the command. See here, if you run create a React.js app with a bun, it will be faster, this much faster, and Deno this much faster. Node.js is this much faster for Windows. Okay, so is it created my project? See, still it is creating my project. So that is why we are avoiding creating with the npm create react app. Okay, so next we will go let it create a file. I think it will stops. Okay, so let it run behind. So we got to know introductions to React.js and the setting up the React.js, and the third one is the JSX and rendering element. First, we'll understand the JSX. What is a JSX? So JSX is a JavaScript and XML, or else JavaScript XML is a syntax extension in the React that allows you to write a HTML like a code directly within the JavaScript. It simplifies the process of creating a UI element and makes a code more readable and expressive. See what is telling that in the HTML. So this is a in the HTML file we are writing a HTML code and everything. At the bottom of the level we are writing a JavaScript. So this is the inside the HTML. So when it comes to the React.js, we are first we are writing a JavaScript, then we are writing HTML. Here what happens? First we are writing the HTML, then the JavaScript we are doing. But here first it is writing the JavaScript, then HTML is we are doing here. So here first is a HTML, inside HTML, so we are doing a JavaScript. So that is what he is telling. He's uh, he is telling JSX is a syntax extension in React that allows you to write a HTML like code directly within the JavaScript. It simplifies the process of creating a UI. UI means user interfaces. What is the user interfaces? Form, button, list. These are all the UI interface elements and makes a more code more readable and expressive. Okay, so here it is an example. So Java HTML inside a JavaScript. So this is we know constant welcome component. The props is there. So return. See what it is. So this is the JavaScript function. Inside a JavaScript function, we are writing a h1, and this is the h1. Got it. So this is called a JavaScript XML. The main thing we are telling about writing a HTML inside a JavaScript. So that is the main thing we are doing. So I think it is completed. Let wait for a minute, because after completion we need to run this program. So that's why we are waiting for this one. Okay. So it is added. Okay, I think it is completed. Okay. Uh, this is the wheat is an alternate solution, but we have created a wheat project, but it is not uh, running. So we'll see what is the problem. It is there. Is it done? Still it is running. So I think almost all it is done. Okay, so now it is done. So now navigate to this project means what? So this is a CD sample project. CD, hello world is there, sample is there, sample project is there. So then CLS CODE dot enter. So it is going to be open the code editor. So the earlier code editor, I will close this one and I will open this one. Open. Okay, this is a sample project is there. So I will take a terminal, a new terminal, and we'll close this one. So then npm start. So it is going to be start my code. Okay. To start the project also initially it will taking some time. Okay, so this is the phase it is. Installing a Node.js, we have to download the official website and install and create a React app. This is a npx create with latest sample, or else you can use a create npx create React app name and navigate to your project. So we have to navigate to the project, then start the development server. That is the npm start we have done. Then explore your project where it is in localhost 3000. So that is here in the localhost 3000 it is going to be load. Okay, so then what you can say, yeah, JSX and rendering an element. So what is a JSX? So JSX is simple. We are writing a HTML type of a statement in the JavaScript. So that is called a JSX. And rendering a component rendering means what? Displaying. What is a render meaning? So as I told, this is the component. So this component I am rendering here. I am rendering here. This is called a render. So to put here, that is called a render. So actual my component is written here. So that component I am returning at a fourth location. At fourth location, I am rendering my components. Okay. The next is a state and a life cycle. So what and all we have discussed till now. Introduction to the React.js, setting up the project, JSX, and rendering a element. And the components and props we are missing. What is a component? So how to create a component? So here just we are going here, and in the source folder we are going to be create a component, or else you can create any folder. Comp is a folder. Inside a component I want to create a one hello world dot jsx. So this is I have created a one component. So this component a react functional component export. React functional component export. So either so you can do one more method. Initial days you can import a React from a React. Then function. What is the function name? Function name is a hello world bracket open close brace and return. Okay, so inside a return we are type talking welcome to new component. Save it. So this is the component. So what our project is running? Our project is running this code. So for that I will go here, I will remove everything from my app. So here what happen? I will import my component. I will take a See, this is called the empty start and end tag. This is indirectly div start and div end. So how to import? I will just type a HEL. So here the integer, here it is not showing. Why? Because I have done a one mistake. So what is this mistake? Export default hello world. Control S. If I just go here, now I will type a HE. See here, automatically it is telling that hello world component. It is inside a comp folder and hello world. I will just click here. So automatically it is imported and close this one. If I just go to the browser, see, welcome to new component. Okay, so this is what this component hello world component is inside the comp folder. Hello world is there, but I am importing in the app.js. Okay, so this is called the component. So component means what? It is a JavaScript function to perform a specific task. And the next it will be, okay, next what it will be. So next we are going with the components and the props. What is the components and its props? So I need to pass a props value. What is this one? Some name equals to, okay. Okay, this is the one component. What we have done. So there, here it is my app.js. Here it is a, let's say, here it is my app.js, okay, component. It is displaying in the browser localhost 3000. So I have created a one component. So that component name is what? Hello world. So that component I am importing in app.js. Okay, so this is the rendering of a component from here to the here. Okay, so now I want to demonstrate about a props. With the props, I will create a one more component, greetings.jsx. So I don't want to type import and everything. So I need to import shortcut key React functional component export. So automatically it will give the a thing. So if I run this, so it is showing a only one component. So that is a hello world. So I need to import a greeting component. So less than just type a GREE. See, it is automatically it is telling that. So greeting component inside the component folder and a greeting. If I just click this, automatically it is imported and it is available here. So for this component, I am going to be send us some props value. Props means what? I am sending us some properties. What is this one? Name equals to, hey greetings, have a good day. Okay, so this is the my component is in the here. In the app.js, I am setting a properties called a name with this message. So if I just go here, what it is showing? So only new component is there. I will just pass the props value. Props. And I will take a one paragraph. The prop value from app.js is colon flower bracket props dot name. Control S. If I just go to the, see here, the prop value from the app JS is hey greeting, have a good day. Where it is inside my the greeting. I am sending a props as an a value to the greeting component. So then it is taking the props value. So then the prop value is from the app.js. If I just remove this one, control S, nothing is there. If I just add this one, so it is displaying. So what is happening here? So I will just, I want to show here. I have a component. Here it is a app.js, and here it is a greeting component is there. So in the app.js, I am sending the props value. So I am sending the props value. So what is the props value? So it might be anything. So name equals to what we can say. I am sending a some value. Greetings, have a good day. So here it is in the app.js. This is the app.js file, and this is called a something called a greeting.js. For this is the prof information I am sending to the this component as a prop. So here it is going to be displayed. So where I am displaying, I am sending a value inside a here name a greetings from have good. So I am sending the props through the greetings component. From the greeting component, it is telling the props value for app.js is props.name. So it is going to be display this a name attribute. Okay, so this is called a what we can say React.js props. Okay, so introduction we have done, setting up a React.js project we have done, a JSX and a rendering elements we have done, and components and props we have done, and the next state and life cycle. What is it as the state and life cycle? See, everything you have a something lifespan and life cycle, and so even human is there. He will born and he will become a egg, and he will become a old, and he will die. So this is called a life cycle. Or else one tree will grow. So how it will be? So we will take a one seed, so that seed will become a plant, that plant will become a tree, so it will give the fruits, and again it will go die. So this is called the life cycle. Okay, so here also in the what we can say life cycle is there. Okay, what is the state and life cycle? A state and life cycles are a fundamental concepts in a React.js for managing the component data and handling the components over a time. Okay, so why we need a states and life states? The state and life cycle is a fundamental concept. So this is a fundamental concept of React for managing the component data. So component data and handling the component events over a time. Okay, what is the component data? Let's say you are going to create a cricketer's component. So that create cricketer name you are going to be add. No? So that is called a create uh, a data. So create cricketer's data. Okay, so the next is a the first will understand the state. What is the state? As discussed earlier also, a state means what? It is the data object that belongs to the component. It can be changed over time. So why it is a data object? It might contain a boolean, it might contain an object, it might contain a array, or it might contain an array object, it might contain a JSON object. So state is what? State is a data object. So that can belongs to the component and cannot be changed over a time. Okay. Then it is managed internally by the component itself. Yes. State changes are trigger and a re-rendering of the component to reflect the updated data. So this is you will get to know. So no worries. So just to understand what is a state. A state is a data object that belongs to the component. It can be changed over time. So in basic word, state is like a variable. So which can store the value. But so It can contain the boolean, it can contain the object, it can contain the array. So that is second scenario. So here we will understand the life cycle method. As I told, even tree is having a life cycle, human is also life cycle, everything is having a life cycle. Same thing, React is also having a life cycle. So React component go through the various life cycle phases during their existence. Okay, these phases include the mounting, updating, unmounting. So this is a Pakka interview question. So can you explain the life cycle methods of a React.js? So React.js life cycle methods are mounting, updating, and unmounting. Okay, the life cycle methods are a special methods that allow you to hook into these phases and perform the actions at specific point in the component's life cycle. Okay, so just we will understand the example. Okay, so there are two types of components we are going to be create here. One is the functional component. How you will get to know functional component? So here it is a function is there. This is a functional component. There is a one more type of a component will come. So that is called a my class.jsx. Okay. So that is React class component, RCC. So this is a shortcut key for creating a class component. So here, what is the difference? See, this is the greeting is the functional component. This is the class component. What is the difference? So for the functional component, function is the keyword and function name is there. In the class component, so class is the a keyword and here also return is there, but here it is a render will come. Okay, so that is we will understand here. I will just go to the code here, Control C. I will just close here. What is this my class? So I will just change to the control D, or else I will just change the class name itself. Copy. I will just rename to my class to the timer. Okay, so here we will understand here what is the life cycle method of a React.js. So in this example, the timer is a what is a timer? The timer is a component. Okay, component has a state, seconds, and initialized 0. See, this is the timer is the component and has a state, value is a seconds, and it is initialized to 0. The component did mount lifecycle method start a timer that updates the state every second. See, component did mount. So it is taking a this dot interval set interval, this dot set state equals to second, this dot state dot seconds plus 1. So it is going to be update for the every second, and the component will mount method clears the time interval when the component is unmounted. See, component will mount, it is going to be clear the interview, sorry, clear the interval for the clear the method clears the timer when the component is unmounted. The render method display the current value of the seconds value. So here it is the render is the this is it is going to be print the value. So this dot state dot seconds it's initialized to 0 and it is going to be render for every 1000 milliseconds, and it is updated by the state value. So that where the value in the second. So that is the this dot state dot second it is going to be print. Okay, so this is called a life cycle method. See, we are not going to be use this one. So just understand what is a life cycle method. So the life cycle methods is the React.js component go through the various life cycle phases during the existence. This phase includes mounting and updating and unmounting. So this is you have to take care of. So this is the mounting, updating, and unmounting. Okay, so this is what we are going to discuss. This is the life cycle method. The next it will come the events handling. What is the event handling? If I just click here, so clicking is an event, opening this is called a function. I will just click again. If I click here, automatically it is opening. Once I clicking is an event, opening is a called a function. So again clicking is an event, hiding is a called a function. Okay, so handling events in the React.js involves using the event handler to respond to the user interactions such as a click, input changes, form submission, etc. Here is an example of handling the events in the React.js. How? See, we are not using a class component. You don't need to worry. Okay, the next greeting is over, hello world is over, timer. So counter dot js. So how to create a React functional component Excel. So we are using a React functional component anyhow. So this is a open. Okay. So we need to take a one use state variable. How to take the constant bracket account set count use state bracket. So initial count value is what? Okay, I will not specify anything. So I will take a one h2 tag. The count value is colon bracket the count. The count value is here, control S. See here, the counter component I am going to import here. So now it is importing in the app.js. So then it will display in the UI. Control S. If I just go to the browser, the count value is 0. Why? Because so we have not assigned any value here. So if you assign a value 0, control S, so count is assigned with the value 0, so it is going to be display in the browser 0. So this is we know. The next I will use a one button. So the button increment. So here I will use a on click is an event, increment count is a method. So where we have to display, so here constant, what is the method? Increment count is the method, equals to bracket open close brace and set count bracket count plus 1. So I will just go to the here, I will click here, it is incrementing like this. So initially what the count value is count. What is the count initial value? 0. Okay. Once I click on this one, so this is called a handling an event. So what is the event? On click is an event. What is the method? Increment a count. So count plus 1. Set count is what? It's going to be set. What is the count value initially? 0. Then 1. So 0 plus 1, 1. So 1 is set to the first. Again, if I click here, what is the count value? 1. 1 plus 1, 2. So like that, it is going to be increment and show the output. If you want to decrement, if you just initial value, we can just add 100. Control S. If I just go with 100. So if you made a increment to the decrement, so you will just use a minus. So once you click here on the decrement, so it is happening on click event and it is calling a increment. So I will just change the name as well. Decrement count. Okay. Here the initial count is what? The initial count is 100, so that is it is going to be displayed as a 100. So this is visible. When I click on this one, it is decrementing. How? So it will call the, when we click on this one, it is happening on click event. From there, it is calling the decrement count. So set count is a method. So what is the count value? 100. 100 minus 1, so that is 99. So 99 is set to the here. So again, I will click at the decrement. So now what is the count value? Count value is a 99. So again, if I click on the decrement, it is happening on click event and it is going for the decrement event. So set count. So 99 minus 1 is a 98. So that is 98 is set to the count. So here it is the count variable is updated. So again, I will do decrement and a decrement count. So set count, count minus 1. So what is the value? 98. 98 minus 1, so 97. So this is the 97 is updated to the count value. So like that, it is going to be decrement. So once we reload means everything will go. Okay, so now if I just click here, see here how the decrement is happening. So this is called a React.js handling a event. The next is what? The conditional rendering. So this one we will discuss. And what is the name? Render means what? To display. What is the condition means? Conditional. So let's say I will give here. So A plus B, it has to be display here only. First two component only, not for this component. This is called a condition. So like that, so we have a mini condition. So this is called a one thing called a conditional rendering. So for that, I am going to be create a CONDRENDR condition render dot JSX and React functional component export. It is going to be create a variable. So how the conditional rendering it will work? So there are three things will be there. Conditional rendering is enclosed with the flower bucket, and there is a condition will be there. So that is a question mark is for checking the condition. If the condition is satisfied, so this block will be executed, or else and this block will be executed. So this is called a conditional rendering. Okay, so H2, the conditional rendering. Control S. Okay, so here what we are going to do, conditional rendering in the sense. So how it is going to be run? So just take a one state variable. So true or false. If it is a true, if you is logged in, you have to log out. If it you are logged out, and you have to log in. So that is we are going to be achieve. The constant bracket is logged in, comma set is logged in, use state bracket. So either you have a true or false. If I just use a false, false means this is a you are not logged in. So here what we are going to do, So I want to check the conditional rendering. So here it is, we are going to be discussed here. First it will take is logged in. It is checking the is logged in. If in that scenario bracket, so this block will be executed. Else this block will be executed. Not block bracket. Okay. So then how it will be executed? Okay. So here it is a, we are going to be taken is logged in. If it is logged in, so welcome user. So this is how it is going to show me. So this is the true condition. If it is logged in, then here it is a yes, you are logged in. Please do sign out. Okay, so then I will use a one button logout. On click toggle login. Okay, so this is for the login state. If your state is 1 or true, so this block will be executed, or else this block will be executed. So that is, I will copy from here. I will just paste here. Yes, you are not logged in. Please log in. On click login. Control S. If I just go to the browser, it is not running my project. So if you want to run my project, what you have to do, I have to just go for the COND I see conditional render. Here it is the file. If I click this, automatically it is imported from the here, and forward slash control S toggle login is we need to define here. So constant, see this is a toggle button, control C, control V equals to open close brace, and set is logged in not equals to is logged in. So toggle button, constant toggle button, everything looks great. What is a toggle button? Yeah, so we'll just any mistake. Okay, we can use a two functions here, handle login and handle logout. Okay, so let it be. I will just comment for a while. First, we'll understand the how the conditional rendering works. See, this is the is state logged in. If it is the state is okay, then this line will be executed. If state is not okay, so then this will be executed. So the state is logged in false, so that is why. So yes, you are not logged in. Please log in. It has to be shown. Control S. I will just use a false. Control S. If I just go to the browser, okay. So instead of that one, yes, you are logged in. Please, no, yeah. What is the state? This is the false. So yes, you are not logged in. 1 minute. I will use a one. Control S. We will go to the here. See what it is telling. Yes, you are logged in. Please sign out. It means it will check for the is logged in. Is logged in is one. One means true. So this block will be executed. What is this block? Yes, you are logged in. Please sign out. I will just pass a 0. Control S. See here. It will come here. The is logged in state is a 0. So whenever 0 is there, so this block will be not executed. So directly it will come here. So yes, yes, you are not logged in. Please log in. Okay. So this is called a vice versa. Okay. So if you want to handle the buttons, so how to handle? If I just you need to remove this one. Handle login. Handle logout. What we will use? Uh, so we have defined two functions: constant handle login and a handle logout. So for that, I will just go here. Constant. What is my function name? Handle logout. Set is logged in. Okay. The next is a handle login. Constant. See, handle logout is here. Handle login is here. Control S. So it is just changing the what you can say. Yeah. So we are defining a two. So this is how the state is changing. So how it is changing in the sense it is changing the based on this method and it is changing the false. If I just use a control S, okay. So initial state is false. So if I want to log out, it is going to be called the logout. Make it as a false. If you want to log in, make it as a set login is a true. Set login where it is going to be set, it is for the is logged in state. Okay, fine. So this is today we have discussed about almost all 4 to 5 topics. So handling events and everything. Okay, so just do practice. Tomorrow, I think another 4 to 5 topics we are going to be discussed by the tomorrow. So there, I think everything